Hello guys, welcome back to Planting with Pete. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Pete. Now guys, if you couldn't tell by today's thumbnail, then we are going to be transferring my Philodendron painted lady into Sphagnum moss. Now, this is a long time coming, guys. I think I might have mentioned it before with this little guy here. I got her at the same time from a cutting, the same time that I got my red imperial philodendron. If you haven't seen that video, guys, I think it should be up under my grow tent tour. Check that out, the red imperial. Anyway, I got them at the same time, but this one here, I decided I do my propagations in water. And for me, that's quicker, safer than spag. And of course, you just have to watch the water and switch it out. And since this was a wish list plant, I kept an eye on the water. But she was a wish list plant of mine. I got them both at the same time. Now, I don't want to say sped up the process, but I cut the propagation process down with this one just because I was in a hurry to get her inside of the soil quicker than what was going on, because I had a lot going on with plants at the time, and I didn't want to lose her by letting her sit there and then probably the water mess up, or even me just forgetting her just over time. But anyway, guys, this is what she has grown since then, and I would say all of this is summer and winter growth. Well, let's just say all of this is fall and winter growth, which is new. Technically, she had hatched way before then, but this cutting was not a top cutting. It was like one of the middles or something. But whoever was growing this plant, they had it growing in an upright position. So if the plant is growing upright, then of course the nodes are, upward, vertical. But with the leaf structure, I don't want to spill any soil, but how the plant was grown, it was grown, oh, there we go, like that, okay? And the leaves were, so that means the stem itself goes up like that. Now, this plant, when it decided to hatch, it came out on, kind of hard, guys. It came out from this side. Now, with this plant and how it was cut, a matter of fact, guys, let's just do this. So, this is the leaf and this is the stem. Okay, so it was growing like this, and this is the pole where the nodes were growing. So, if the leaf was growing like this, you guys, if I would have put that node being vertical, the leaf being vertical like that, then my leaf would have hung over the pot at least extensively. How about like something like that, but with much more leggy because it's bending. But anyway, it would have got in the way, and it's just ugly looking at it growing like that. So I had to angle it a little bit more, and that ended up putting my grow point node towards the bottom, and then it had to work its way all the way up and through the soil, because I had to bury it deep enough again so that this would stand up and be out of the way inside of my grow tent. But guys, there I go chanting. There I go chatting again and rambling on, and I could be doing this and working. Um, but anyway, I had to adjust. Oh, I'm glad I caught this. There we go again. See, there's always roots growing through here, guys. I'm telling you, whatever I'm doing, which I know what I'm doing is working. And of course, with all of this, some kind of, I don't know, some kind of plant that's deciding to grow in there. But as you know, I always keep water. This is how I water them, from the bottom, soak it up, evaporate. Anyway, but yeah, guys, she's supposed to be way bigger than what she is now. But again, she had to do a lot more working, putting energy, trying to get through the soil. And you will see a lot more of that once I take her out of here. Now, most of you guys, you've been through this process with me before. I'm just going to empty her out and yeah, just go from there. But yeah, you guys, I got both of them at the exact same time, and I really rushed her because she came in. Whoa, oh my. She came in maybe 2 or 3 days. No, let's say two max. Um, After the Imperial. So the Imperial was in water a good 24 hours, which most people be like, well, that's not a lot of time. And I can tell you 24 hours is a long time, especially for a plant. If you don't believe me, test it out. Put your best plant, I wouldn't recommend this, but put your best plant in water for 24 hours and see what happens. So a lot can happen, you guys, in 24 hours. Whatever was growing at the bottom in my potting mix, um, if they would have sat in here a little bit longer, they would have made their way to the actual top of the soil. But they're in here like crazy, guys. Don't know what they are. Um, did I lose any? No. Okay. Oh crap! I thought I was losing. Oh crap! Losing roots, but I wasn't. Now let's dump some. Make sure this soil is out the bottom. We're going to reuse this, of course. Let's check here. Not much, of course, of a root system, as you know, with most philodendrons, which is fine with me because of when you're doing stuff like this, even your regular potting, you don't like. Well, I definitely don't like the roots like of the begonias. They are thin and it don't take much before they f up. But oh my god, guys, check this out. As you can, let me see, can I get a good point? I don't know if the camera is picking it up. Maybe I'll cover my face. Come on. Oh. But anyway, the tips of these guys, I have to get a better camera. The tips of these are all red, which are wonderful. Every tip that I see, again, it started shooting off the growth once these babies start to come in. And that is mostly all the root system, which again, I love because most of the roots, when I get done, will be coming out of the stem. That way, I can control watering better because if you haven't noticed or haven't heard that I keep my humidity level now is way above 100%, fully ventilated. The plants are just loving it, and as you can see here, this is one of the aerial roots right there. And even any of my other plants that you see me do the same process in, guys, they love it. And as you can just see, I just pulled one from the bottom. So the roots love the heat, which is why most people say get a heat mat for most of your plants. Now, what I'm going to do, I really don't have to, but I have my trusty, my trusty jug of water. Oh, right here that I use. Basically, we're just quick rinse off. I could use, my sprayer on the kitchen, but I don't like that pressure. And you guys know water pressure is very, very strong. If you don't believe me, ask your local fireman. But yes, stuff like that is very detrimental for the roots, especially if you have high water pressure, and I do. And even turning that thing on low, I was scared to be like, see, like this right here, how they're attached to that. And if I turn that pressure on, it would probably just snap all that off. But this is not the way that I do. It works for me, and it works fine. But that is what we're dealing with, guys. All the roots are fresh. I don't see any root rot, of course. Yeah, looks like she's loving life. As you can see, this is what I was talking about. It came out on the side. eventually, if I do decide to cut it, I'm pretty sure it'll activate another node um, on this same stump here. But this is how she is potted, like that. And you can tell how much growth she had to do. Plus, I think it was buried, as you can tell, to probably about there. But yeah, guys, she's doing good. This is my first time taking her out since I put her in, not even a year ago yet. But I wanted to wait, as you probably heard in one of the other videos, just to make sure she had a good enough root system that I wouldn't have to worry about much of anything. All right, guys. So now the next process, I have my trusty orchid sphagnum moss. I get this from my local hardware stores, guys. I'm telling you, sponsor me. Orchid moss. It's not a sponsored video, guys, but I'm letting them know sponsor me. I live by this stuff. Even though I'm just now switching. Oh gosh, this scared the living daylights out of me. So I am. Side note, I am just now. You can see what I'm doing. I am. All this is pre-wet, but I get into it. But anyway, I was just moving this around while I talk, and this little piece here just poked this little face up at me, and let me tell you, that looks like some kind of insect. There's his arms and stuff, and I'm just yeah. But anyway, guys, I live by this stuff. Even though I'm just now switching my plants over, I've always used spag to propagate and also keep some plants in spag, just because it's a lot easier for me, again, because I'm a heavy-handed waterer. And you can't overwater spag. But yes, well, you can if there's no. Well, you technically can't, because at that point it's being drenched and not overwatered. But of course, I have drainage holes and a coach to catch the water. Anyway, guys, I have my pre-moistened spag here. I use regular, um, filtered, no chemical water, and then I also mix in a cup of my Miracle Grow fertilizer. So this is fertilized ready and quote unquote moisture ready as well. So what I do is, and what I always tend to do, well, this one is fine. What I do is go and I put enough down at the bottom just to make a bed. And with her, since she is not that extensively big like the rest of the, let's turn this down some more so you guys can see. So she's not that big like the rest of my other philodendrons. I put in a little bit more spag just so I get that. Well, so she gets that secure feel, and then I also feel okay myself knowing that she is secured down and trying to grow through and secure herself inside this bag. What I'm going to do is adjust this a little bit more. I probably need to take it up some more. Let's put a little bit more. You know what? I can do this. All right, so what I'm going to do, what I usually do, guys, is if the root system is a lot more extensive, I will flatten them out like that onto the spag and then put the spag on top. So that way it has a better chance of securing itself down with equal coverage. But with this one, since the roots are not that extensive yet, I don't have to too much worry about it, but I am trying to separate them some more. Now, what I'm wanting to do, since even though it grows like this inside of the grow tent, this part right here is still technically in the way. What I'm going to do now, since I have this area root growing, I'm going to push her down a little bit more at an angle so where is it? So this area root will be covered down into spag. And again, once and when I do decide to chop and prop her down or up or whatever the case may be, um, I will most definitely get a fuller plant from her coming up from the bottom, because each root point, again, guys, is a node. And once you cut at the top of the plant, um, what I always say is that you really just piss this plant off, and it's going to just start shooting off crazy growth everywhere. Depending on the plant location, that can be a good thing, and then also it can be a bad thing as well, because now you have more and more plants to deal with. But if it's something like this, then hey, that is a good thing. All right, so now what I'm doing is adjusting this, and then also, guys, you should know by now that she will be on a pole sometime. I don't know when, but I'm going to get her posted up and have her starting to grow straight up and get the big leaves immediately instead of waiting. But anyway, I'm trying to make sure that the roots are not in the way of that post, even though it doesn't matter, because once I go and put that post in, I probably would have to go in and repot her some more. I mean, take her back out and repot her back in. I have to take some more of this out, guys, since I'm going to anchor her down a little bit more. Um, but yeah, it wouldn't matter, because again, the situation that they're growing in will be moist and airy. So once I take her out, I'm not, pulling every bit of thread of let's push it over that way. And then yeah, it'd have to go something like that. I'm not going in and pulling every bit of thread of spag off to get her to set my pole or my totem, however you want to call it, to set it up. So she's already accustomed to the moisture, airy conditions, so it won't be so dramatic of a recovery, if you get what I'm saying, compared to you just having to take your plant out and just switch out the soil completely. Some people, when they do that process, they take all the soil, even around the roots, and start it over. If you're good at it, then there's no problem. But if you're not that good at it, then guys, you're going to lose some foliage. Just be prepared on that end. But honestly, usually to counteract that, you just need good quality water, fertilizer, um, microorganisms, and also bright light, warmth. Just your basic, guys. For all that matter, it's just water and warmth, and your plant will usually bounce right back without even losing any leaves. But even with that, that plant still has to adjust itself from the kind of not, well, yeah, tragic a trauma that it just went through. So keep that in mind as well. Now, as you can see, I did adjust this some more. I don't want to lose this baby leaf. And what I've noticed throughout my spag journey, I just pushed that side down a little bit more, so the spag doesn't touch the leaf and try to do anything crazy. But I've noticed throughout my journey with spag that even if the leaf touches it, there's no kind of mold or bacteria or anything that can mess up your plant at that point. Now, we all know sometimes with soil, if that plant leaf touches the soil, then whatever's in the soil is gonna love that plant. So, and that usually turns your tips and stuff different colors, because it's starting to die. I don't know if that plant is saying, or if the plant knows that it's touching the soil, guys, and it decides to kill itself or kill itself off, just because of it hit rock bottom, if you would say that. But yeah, with my time using spag with it touching the soil, touching the spag is not a problem, but you never know, and I try to prevent it. But we are through, you guys. I would put a little, you know what? I have, oh, I have my bottled water here. Let's just do this. It already has water in it. I told you it's already pre-moistened. I'm just going to, again, the root system is not that extensive, so this extra water here won't do any damage. With my humidifier, you guys, it's on very high, but I don't keep it running, you know, like constantly. And if I do keep it running constantly, it's very, very ventilated. Now, as you can see, there's no water running here, but I did put water in her, and this is the coach that's coming back in. You guys should already know I love these things. You probably seen my haul. Oh, don't know. Yeah, you've definitely seen that by now. Guys, let me tell you something. Today is February the 20th. I don't know if, can I do that? Today is February the 25th. All right. And I'm not sure when this is coming out, but keep in mind, guys, the plants that you are seeing as of whenever you're seeing them, they have drastically, impressively changed. And I'm trying to hurry up and catch up. If I can't catch up, then they will fall in order. But yeah, guys, keep that in mind. But right now, whatever date I just said it was, I just forgot. But I do know it's Thursday, and this is what she's looking like now. Right here, you probably don't know. If you do know, this she caught mold. Let me tell you, you guys, this one and my pink princess, I think, caught mold. That's when I first got my grow tent. I knew what I was doing, but didn't know. I didn't have my ventilation to air circulation to humidity down packed, but I got it now, and it was just horrible. And one, let me see, I looked at that little spot. It was, let's just say, 1 minute. Then I turned around 3 minutes, not 3 minutes, but I looked at it 1 minute and then came back and looked at it a few hours later. Guys, it just ate it. It just made my skin itch. That's how I just, anyway, but I cut it off, and of course it stopped. I used my trusty dusty Mr. Bruner's here. Guys, go buy this. It works on literally everything. And I sprayed her down, and as you can see, she just stopped doing the mold thing. It got on my princess too, sprayed her down, and in the way she's fine. Leaf is still on there. But yeah, guys, this is the finished result, and she is looking wonderful. The variegation, as you can see, is coming in. I'm just loving her. She has a new growth in. About time you see this, you guys. I'm pretty sure to have another 3 or 4 leaves, and that is the baby leaf, the first one that I got. I was so excited. So wonderful, guys. Can't wait till she grow and get those mature leaves that we all are dreaming of. Kind of sort of like this one, almost mature, but once they start to get mature, these leaves, I say, start to get that old age spread. This is what I said. They get wider and a lot stubbier. But yeah, guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you for coming and joining me with a transfer of this Philodendron Pink Princess. Do me a favor, guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you have this guy, if you're looking for her, and even if you are able to go out and to your local nursery or even box store and find this guy. I know for a fact I can't, which is why I got her as a cutting, and I'm loving her, watching her grow. But let me know down in the comments, and also hit that notification bell, guys. This bell will let you know what I'm doing here over on this channel, even if it's like you see here, a transfer from soil to spag, or a repot, or a tour, or whatever the case may be. But that bell will keep you notified. But yeah, guys, that is it. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time. Bye. Look at this. just wonderful. Guys, check this out. She is just going to be a stunner.